Peace and love, 561 live, man. Listen, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Chilling on this good Monday night, boy. Blessed, grateful. You hear me? We ain't complaining about nothing, man. We ain't complaining about nothing, man. We giving all good thanks and praises, man. Feel me? Point blank, period, bro. We not playing, man. We blessed and grateful, bro. Nothing to complain about. You hear me? Nothing to complain about, man. Giving all thanks and praises, man, to the Most High as much as we can, bro. You know what I mean? Prayer, bro. Straight prayer, bro. Prayer, man. Giving praise and prayer, bro. Praise and prayer, man. Praise and prayer, bro. Praise and prayer, man. You know what I'm saying? Praise and prayer, dog.
Build the man. You know, I was thinking the other day about all the people I've met over the years. Thousands of them. I mean, literally thousands. And I started asking myself a simple question. What makes one person successful and another person unsuccessful? What separates the person living the dream from the person stuck in the nightmare? Now, that's not a new question, but here's what I discovered. Here's what I want to share with you tonight. It's not one big thing. It's not one dramatic moment or one lucky break. It's something so simple, so ordinary, that most people walk right past it. It's your habits. Jot this down. Your habits will make you or break you. That's not motivation talking. That's not positive thinking. That's just the way the world works. Your habits are like the threads that weave your life together. Pull out those threads and look at them. Really look at them. Because those threads, those daily choices, those small actions you take without thinking about them anymore, those are the things that are building you or destroying you. I remember back when I was starting out, I was making $6,000 a year. You understand what that means? I was poor, my friend. I wasn't broke. I was poor. There's a difference. Broke is temporary. Poor is permanent. And I was headed toward the permanent kind.
Dang.
My mentor, Mr. Shof, he sat down with me one day and he said something I'll never forget. He said, Jim, it's not the big things that get you. It's the little things. The little things done daily. Those are the things that change a life. So what did I do? I started paying attention to my habits. Not occasionally, not when I felt like it, but every single day. And let me tell you something. That shift, that one shift in focus, that changed everything. Not overnight. That's important. Not overnight, but eventually. Here's the key I want to unlock for you right now. Your habits are the building blocks. They're the blocks that you use to build the man or woman you're going to become. And here's what's beautiful about it. You get to choose the blocks every single day. Every single morning when you wake up, you get to choose. That's your dignity. That's your power. That's what makes you different from everything else in nature. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a man, just an ordinary man, nothing special, same as millions of others. Now, this man, he wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning, every morning. Not because he's forced to, but because he decided. That's habit number one. Then, this man, he spends 30 minutes with his thoughts. Maybe he reads a book. Maybe he plans his day. Maybe he just sits with a cup of coffee and thinks about what matters most. That's habit number two. Then he takes care of his body. 30 minutes of exercise, moving, stretching, getting the blood flowing. Habit number three. Then he reads. 30 minutes of reading. That's habit number four. And then he goes to work. But he goes to work differently because his day has already begun. He's already won the morning. So when everyone else is just getting started, he's already 3 steps ahead. Now, that man, you know what he looks like in 30 days? He looks pretty good. In 60 days, better. In 90 days, people start asking him what he's doing differently. And in 1 year, that man is unrecognizable. Not because of what happened in one day, but because of what happened in thousands of days, one day at a time. Here's what I learned about the morning routine. This is crucial. The morning is your greatest advantage. It's the only time of day when you have complete control. Nobody's calling you. Nobody needs you. Nothing's broken yet. The day hasn't stolen your attention. It's just you and your choices. And those choices you make in that quiet time, before the world wakes up, they echo through the entire day. I'll never forget the first time I really understood this. I was working at Sears, just a young guy trying to figure things out. And one of the managers, he pulled me aside. He said, "You know why some people get promoted and others don't?" I said, "Well, I think it's the work they do." He said, "No. It's not the work they do from 8 to 5. It's the work they do from 5 to 8. That's when they get better. That's when they read. That's when they develop. That's when they improve." That stuck with me. That man was teaching me about the invisible hours, the hours nobody else is watching, the hours that are building you up or tearing you down in private. Now let's talk about the habit of reading. Jot this down. If you don't have time to read, you don't have time to get better. That's a fact. A person who reads 15 minutes a day will read about 20 books a year. 20 books in 1 year. What's that do over 10 years? What does that do over a lifetime? Your mind becomes a library. Your knowledge becomes a weapon. Your understanding becomes a shield against poverty and ignorance. But here's what I see most people doing. They say, "Jim, I don't have time to read." And I say, "You don't have time? Look at your day. Look at your choices. You're watching television for 3 hours. You're scrolling on your phone for 2 hours. You've got the time. You just don't have the priority. And that's okay. That's your choice. But don't blame time, blame yourself. That's the dignity I'm talking about. Own it. Let me give you a framework. Here's the key. There are 5 areas where your habits either build you up or tear you down. First, there's your physical health. How you eat, how you exercise, how you sleep. These are foundational. You know what happens when you neglect your health? Everything gets worse. You feel worse. You think worse. You perform worse. But when you take care of your body, when you build the habits that support your health, everything improves. Your energy goes up. Your mood improves. Your clarity increases. I almost lost my health once. I was building a business. I was working 14-hour days. I wasn't sleeping right. I wasn't eating right. I wasn't exercising. And my body broke down, really broke down. I ended up in the hospital, and lying there in that hospital bed, I learned something that can't be taught any other way. I learned that if you don't take care of your health, it doesn't matter how much money you make. None of it matters if you're lying in a hospital bed. That's when I built the habit of taking care of my body. Not because someone told me to, but because I finally understood. Health isn't something you get. It's something you build. It's a daily practice. Now, second habit set, your financial habits. Jot this down. How much do you make? That's important. But you know what's more important? How much do you keep? Most people focus on income. I've got to make more money. But the real question is about your habits. Are you saving? Are you investing? Are you spending less than you make? Here's the truth. You could make $1 million a year and still be poor if your habits don't support it.
Yo, what's up, man? It's Peace and Love 561 right now. We live. We kicking it with some knowledge, man. Just getting some food for thought. You know how I do it, man. Man, listen, man. You got to be alienated away from this bullshit that's bullshit distraction what's going on around you every day, bro. You got to alienate your mind, man, and seek for different type of knowledge, man, other than the basic knowledge that people keep preaching to you, dog, you know? You know what I'm saying? People got the same mindset, same type of circle of bullshit, but nobody ain't going nowhere, bro. You got to know how to elevate every process of your life Your health, your wealth, your ability, everything got to be elevated in this life today, bro. You can't give nothing, no parts of your life, no rest. Everything got to be woke up, bro. Point blank, period, man. Because you got to beat the odds, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to beat the odds today, dog. All that regular shit, that shit played out, man. You got to go above and beyond, bro. And that ain't even stressing yourself out. That's just being the best you can be. You see what I'm saying? That's just being the best you can be. You know what I'm saying? That ain't even stressing yourself out. You don't know how far you can go or how far, you know what I'm saying, your ability is inside of you, bro, until you test it. So like I said, gotta alienate yourself away from this basic shit, man, and seek great knowledge, bro. Always seek greater knowledge, dog. Always stay working on yourself, man. And always pay less attention to other people and pay more attention to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just pay more attention to yourself and less attention to other people, bro. Yourself always has room for improvement. Always remember that. Yourself always has room for improvement. Before you get into a full battle of how you feel or what you know about somebody else, man, make sure you're working on yourself too. Why you doing that? You know? Work on yourself, man. Always work on yourself. Always battle yourself, man. Because the fight just begun, man. Every day you get up, man, you gotta fight, man. And you gotta win it, man. You gotta win your fight every day, bro. And that's fighting to be better than you was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Point blank period. And that's fighting to be better than you was yesterday. You gotta be better than you was yesterday, man. Peace and love, 561, man. Yeah, for real, man. The good fight is just you versus you. You versus you, man. That's the great fight right there, man. You versus you. You versus you, man. Point blank period, bro. You versus you. You versus you, boy. Yeah, but man, listen, man. It's peace and love 561. Be live. I'm finna go ahead and end this live, man. Just running some errands, man, and dropping some jewels. I hope y'all picked them up and did something with them, bro. We out.